Alright, I see a thumbs up. Hey, Big Al. Hopefully I remembered to switch to Dean's channel, Dreamer's Empire. I think I did. Hi, Angela. This is going to be a bit of a unique stream. Sooner Girl, Leanne, hello, how are you? It's going to be a bit of a unique stream. I'm heading over to the Wilderness Lodge, but I'm going to do it via the boat that goes between the Contemporary and the Wilderness Lodge. So it's a really cool way to travel. Yeah, this is Bay Lake, and hey, Road Trip Dave, how you doing? Yep, it's Bob. Yeah, it is a nice view here. Yeah, it's Bob. Dean's back in Minnesota. He had an early morning flight, and I have a later one. I have one this evening. So, watching Dreamer's Empire. Okay. I asked because sometimes I forget to switch the I forget to switch it between my account and Dean's account. Oh, hey Nick. I'm on the Contemporary Resort boat dock, and I'm heading to the Wilderness Lodge. Hey, Sophie Peach. So I'm going to take the boat, and I'm sorry if there's going to be some wind noise. There might be a little bit of wind noise because we are out on the lake, and I don't have anything good for the mic. Temp is low 90s, so it's warm. Doesn't feel as humid as it's been, so that to me is good. And then yes, Nick, I'm going to do a little walk around the wilderness too when I get there, so you guys can come with me on the boat. What's the temperature of the water? There's only one way to find out.
I want to get a picture.
All right, I'm going to be a little discreet when I come in here. Some people don't like these gimbals. And again, it's a beautiful view. And there you go, guys. That's a nice close view of Bay Lake Tower, right connected to the Contemporary. Hey, Cherry. Sunsets Travel. Good to see you, Angela. I think I said hello. Yeah, it's a really neat boat. Yeah, I thought I would do something a little different. I know we've done a lot of streams from the Contemporary, and so I wanted to do something a little bit differently. So we'll do a little walk around the Wilderness Resort, because we haven't had too many of those, but we'll do it via the water taxi. Yes, Jacob Tobin, how you doing? So we are on the boat, going over to the Wilderness Lodge. So it's the water taxi. It's a great little thing to do if you're want kind of a cool way to travel between resorts. This is a cool one to do. And again, we'll have our driver here pretty quick, and he will take us over there. Yeah, you're hearing a little bit of the water splashing. Yeah, it's free, Big Al. You just comes every 10-15 minutes or so, and it makes a loop between the Contemporary Resort boat dock, and then it goes to the Wilderness Resort, and then it goes to the Fort Wilderness Campground. Hey AJ, how you doing? Yeah, this is Epcot Bob again. Dean is already back in Minnesota. He left early this morning. My flight doesn't leave till 7:25 tonight. And I don't really like to go that late usually, but that was the only kind of reasonable flight that was available, unless I wanted to go at 6 a.m., which I wasn't interested in. Road Trip Dave, yes, all Walt Disney World transportation is free. I love that, yeah. I don't know if there'll come a point if it gets too busy that they will change any of that.
Welcome aboard. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping hands, arms, feet, and legs inside our boat at all times, and supervise your children. Now relax and enjoy your cruise.
Give you a nice view of the Contemporary.
We'll have you at your port of call in just a few minutes.
I do love that resort, even though it's It's, you know, aged and it's been around for a while. It's still one of my favorites. Hey, Alpha Traveler. Welcome to the water taxi between the Contemporary and the Wilderness Resort. Bob, don't give Disney any more ideas. Yeah, good point, Dave. They've already got the whole parking thing figured out, right? Anyway, Contemporary's your favorite. Yeah, and no fishing. You can rent those boats. You see those boats over there? You can rent pontoon boats. You can rent these smaller kind of speed boats. They're not too fast. Hey, Nick. On your way over, I'll say hi. Hey, real quick. You're on your way over to where? I'm actually heading back to... I wonder if there'll be a charge for the new Skyliner. I don't think so. I don't think that's the plan. At least not initially. Yeah, parking fees, I know. Anyway, so across the way there is, I believe they call that Discovery Island. And there used to be things, it used to be an attraction. Oh, you're on your way to the Wilderness Lodge? Yeah, that's exactly where I'm heading to. And I'm going to do a little walk around, Nick, so it'd be great to meet up with you. My only thing is I have to be back to my resort by 4 o'clock, which is when the Tragical takes off. Alright. And there it is. That's the Wilderness Resort. It's a beautiful resort. I would love to stay there sometime. I've never stayed there. And if you see kind of that inlet right there is a bunch of cabins. They call them the Wilderness Cabins with a number of bedrooms on them. And you can, I don't know if I can, oh yeah, I guess I can zoom in a bit. So you can rent those cabins if you're a little bit wealthy. I have a feeling they're not very cheap, so... Alright, I'm going to
Attention all hands.
come back out again.
To dock. This is a free-floating vessel, and docking can be bumpy at times. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat until your captain returns and gives you the all-clear to go ashore.
Actually, the reason I came over here initially is I was going to hop on a bus to go to the Contemporary, but they weren't running the buses. They told you to take the monorail, so I decided to just hop the Wilderness bus and then take the water taxi over to the Contemporary because I just wanted to get over there for a little bit. Here's the dock. Again, not too far of a journey over from the dock over there, but it's a cool way to travel. Alright, so we're just docking. Yeah, hit the like button. Thanks, Alpha Traveler. We appreciate that. Okay, Big Al, it was good to see you for a bit here. I think Dean would come on if he was around, but my guess is he's probably driving right now between the airport and back to his house, because I think he just got back to Minneapolis a little bit ago.
Okay, guys, please remain seated. Look at the gates. Be right back. How are you doing over there?
Very good, actually.
All right. Well, have a seat, guys. Please remain seated. Thank you.
Yeah, they ask you to sit until they kind of clear the area there. Yeah, choke slam that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll promote Dean's channel because I use it a lot.
Okay, here we go. Wilderness Lodge. Please wipe your head and steps.
All right, let's go.
You're doing it. You'll be running 10 miles later on tonight.
Yeah, I think the vibration from the boat might have actually relaxed it. So.
Okay, all right.
All right. Now see, the boat across the way there goes straight to the Magic Kingdom. So this one will go around the Fort Wilderness. They'll go from the Wilderness to the Fort Wilderness campground and then over to the Contemporary. So it's just it's kind of like a monorail loop, but it's a boat loop. And if you kind of look over there, you can see Right up there is the monorail track. Probably kind of hard to see. I don't want to zoom in because I can't see the screen good enough. So.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
All right, so this is a really neat walkway going back to the main lodge. I'm going to take you go to the left to go to the main lodge there. I'm going to take just a right turn here, and I'll show you what's called the pan up the Cascade Cabins. At least a section of them. There's another section of cabins over on the other side. So yeah, they really gave it a nice look. Oh, hey, Thomas Newman. How are you? Thomas and Regine from Germany. We are at the Wilderness Lodge. We just took the water taxi from the Contemporary Resort. And it's really just a cool, relaxing way to travel. Hey, Rob Fuzz. This is actually Bob. Epcot Bob. Dean is back in Minneapolis, so I'm commandeering his channel again. Yeah, having a good time, and I have to catch a flight later today, so I'm on a bit of a schedule. I have to actually be back to All-Star Movies. We were at the Caribbean Beach Resort, and then we switched for the last night to the All-Star Movies because the reservation, they didn't have an extra reservation. They're pretty busy here this week. All right, here's some of the cabins, guys. And so, trying to give you just the feel like you're, like you'd go into the backwoods and rent a cabin. So, isn't that pretty? And then there's a little water pond over here. It looks like the fountains aren't really working real well, but and that's part of the main resort right there. So, and then another little walkway over there. So, I'm surprised how big this is. Kingdom Times. This is a bittersweet day, knowing that we have to leave. Yeah, I could always stay longer, but duty calls. I had a few days off of work, and I did have vacation, but I don't want to use all my vacation. So, anyway, so those are the cabins, and I'm not going to walk any further because it's pretty much the same all the way down. Yeah, Sooner Girl, and that's true. The leaving is hard, but gotta do it. I like the smell here. You get the real, I don't know if that's cedar wood or what kind of smell that is, but the real just rustic wood smell. Who knows? They probably pipe that in too. Leaving. Let's see, Dave, yes, leaving Walt Disney World on the last day is always the hardest part of staying down there. Yeah, it's kind of funny because, I've come down a lot with my family in the early years, and my wife liked it. She liked coming, but she doesn't really like crowds that much, so, she came to Disney with me, every time we would come, but it's not something she would go out of her way to do. Although maybe if I stayed here, because she really likes the rustic kind of backwoods kind of trip, which I like too. I just happen to like both. And this is a pretty walkway here. These super tall pines, I believe, and with the moss growing on them. A couple palm trees. I like that mix, because we have a lot of pine up in Minnesota. Pine grows well in our climate, and but it's kind of cool to see it here mixed in along with the palm trees. I love palm trees. Got to be my favorite tree. None of it can grow natively in Minnesota. Hello. So, we had a waiver. All right, so this is the walkway to the main lodge. All right, you got to head out. Okay, AJ, thanks. We will, I'm sure, have a good flight. If they happen to cancel it, they won't get too many complaints. Bob, my wife, is very similar. She's learned to enjoy WDW despite the crowds, but she would prefer when it isn't as busy. Yeah, and yeah, same here, Dave. We've always come to the we've always come to the parks on the off time. So she wouldn't like this time because it's middle of summer, so it's quite busy. I enjoyed it. I like the quieter times better, but you know, I can enjoy any time. Yep, we'll see you later, AJ. Thanks for stopping by. This is the pool area. I'm not going to film in there too much. I'm sure people wouldn't appreciate that. So, but just to kind of go by, and they've got you can see waterfalls in the distance. So they make it look like definitely rustic wilderness country even there as well. I'll show you something that's cool here. So again, that's the pool. So they call it Copper Creek Falls. How do you like that? They even name it. Just like the little signs you would see if you're hiking back in the wilderness there. So Copper Creek Falls comes over here to a little... Okay, I gotta get the gimbal right. There's the falls, comes to a little river. If I pan over, the river actually goes down into the pool. Isn't that cool? I'm going to walk over here because I think this is the path to go to the overlook. Oh, I'm wrong. The overlook is the other way. Glad they got signs here. We'll see how long my gimbal holds out. It's quite toasty here today. So far it seems to be okay, but I haven't been streaming for that long. Alright, so I'm going up the steps. And you can see the overlook here. They do this really, really nice. Oh, I see BR Fam TV just went live. I just got the notification. I don't mean to walk over any other streams, but I was on first. All right, so here we go. Again, they have a, and I'll show you. So the river goes down right to the falls there. And we'll go over the overlook. I missed a comment. Bob, have a good flight home. Take care. Hope to see you. Okay. Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate you coming on. Yep, I'll be heading to the airport pretty quick. So, little last furway into the parks. I'm really relaxed with this video, Bob. Okay, cool, Dave. That is kind of a relaxing place, isn't it? So anyway, here's the overlook. I'll pan down a bit. Get a nice view. You get an appreciation for really the size of this resort. I mean, look at that. So yeah, we've never stayed here, but it's a great place to do if you want to have kind of a relaxing time, relaxing walk, as if you're, in a state park or something. Wilderness Lodge is the place to come. I'll show you what they do with this river. I'm sorry if I missed any comments. I just came out of the sun, so now I can see them. You're welcome, Thomas. Glad you could join for a bit. Now I'll show you what they do. So see this river? I'll show you what they do with this. The river actually comes from inside the resort. So if you look over here, you'll see it going under the water's coming out from under the resort there. Isn't that pretty? They always have it so nicely trimmed, and I agree, Bob. This is my dark horse favorite. Top 3. Oh, cool. Yeah. Someday I'd like to stay here. And maybe I will. So I'll show you what they do. Yeah, I didn't see any construction, Rob. So I think they must be done. There it is, guys. So if you come inside the main lobby, you see that up there? And I'll show you where it's coming up from. There, so they make it like a little geyser. That's why they call it Geyser Falls. Again, continues right inside the resort, so these guys think of everything, don't they? And that's the water that flows, that bubbles up and flows underneath here and then out to the river. Alright, I think I might have missed it. But yes, it is a cool lobby. Hopefully I didn't miss a comment, or if I did, you can repost. Now this lobby is just beautiful. It's huge, very rustic, and I'll have to pan the gimbal up here a little bit so you can see that. So you see that? And those are balconies, so you can step outside your room and look over just the huge, beautiful lobby here. Very grand, you know. Disney's really good at doing a grand feel when you get into their resorts. Like the Grand Floridian, like the Polynesian. And this is, I forget the restaurant, Whispering something. And we've eaten here before, and it's good. I'll go by and see what the sign says, because I just can't remember exactly. Whispering Canyon Cafe. It's got a lot of barbecue type food, kind of like we have something called Famous Dave's up in Minnesota, which is a very heavy meat and barbecue type style food, and that's what the Whispering Canyon Cafe, I think, specials in. So maybe someday, and I see way up at the top there's a couple tables, so I don't know if that's just tables to overlook the balcony, or if it's actually a little lounge or restaurant up there. And then here's kind of cool. I mean, it's yeah, it is a beautiful hotel lobby, isn't it? Now here's something cool. It's not too popular today, a fire, but when it's a little cooler outside, it's fun to come in and just kind of sit by the fire and, you know, fireside chat, I guess. But like you see, nobody's here today because, well, it's rather hot and humid. Actually was walking on all day during a hiking trail and didn't give me any problems. So, okay, good. Glad that you're healing, Dave. All right, I'll go selfie a bit so you can see it's me talking. Oh, it looks like my face is red. The sun is pretty intense here today. So, and it's warm. So, not too surprising. I don't think it's, you know, we get hot and humid days in Minnesota too during the summer, so it's definitely a little hotter here, but we experience it pretty heavy too. There's a little shop in here. I'll go forward. Hey Dino, can you figure out where I'm at here? Yeah, you can, obviously. Tell me if you've ever stayed here, Dean. The fireplace in the lobby is a wonderful place to relax during winter time. Yes. Yeah, you're right, Dino. Wilderness Lodge. So you probably were driving, but so you'll see it on the replay. But I started at the Contemporary, and then I jumped on the water taxi and carried the stream through the water taxi. So it just showed a unique way to get to the Wilderness Lodge. Dean, I trust your flight was good. Hey, very cool that you got to run into, I think you said Adam from the Walt Twins. Very cool. Who would have thought that, huh? What a, that's a nice surprise. Again, they always have such pretty greenery here. Hey, Marilyn Clark. How you doing? We're at the Wilderness Lodge, and we're just doing a walk around. Okay, so that was Adam. Yeah, that was cool. He must have just been arriving home or something from somewhere, huh? I'm not even sure where all this stuff... Oh, okay, that's the bus station down there. And then... okay, so... I think this is the vacation club. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a sign right there in front of me. I almost tripped over it. So this is where the Disney Vacation Club rooms are. Adam was going to a teachers conference in Chicago. Oh, okay. So he was heading out too. Boulder Ridge Villas. I wonder if those are the cabins. Are the cabins vacation club? I didn't know that. You know, I might walk down there and just see what's down that way. Yeah, I'm gonna take a walk down. Hopefully the signal's holding okay. I haven't seen any red lines yet. Oh, this is the DVC area, so you've stayed here before. Okay. Oh, it looks like it goes indoors there. Okay. Flight was a bit bumpy, but fine, really. Yeah, we noticed that Dave's video of Carowinds, of the fire there, was getting a lot of hits. That was pretty spooky to watch, actually. You don't see that every day. Thank you, Alpha Traveler. He says to please hit the like button. And I'll just kind of... I'm not going to go in there because I feel like I'm not supposed to, but that's the DVC area. Hey, Disney Life for Me. That must be Daniela, I think, right? Yeah. So a very pretty area. Get back in here, too. Like everywhere at the Wilderness. Alright, I'm going to go back towards the front. Let's see, so Dave says, Dean, I know it's been crazy. 5 different media outlets emailed me. Wow. So I think what you should do, Dave, is if they want to use your footage, tell them that they have to say that came from Road Trip Dave's YouTube channel. That's what I think you should do. Hey, Richard. R. Johns is in the house. All right. Out for a second there. It said reconnect. And maybe I'm getting on the edge of the cell there. You did that? Oh, okay. Good, Dave. Bump up your subscriber count. And Dean noticed that you're well above him now. So, Dean, you're going to have to find some kind of crazy event to get your numbers up. We will soon be there. Wish trips had been the same time frame. Oh yeah, that's right. You're coming here too, aren't you, Sooner Girl? Yeah, Dean was checking he was comparing the subscriber counts a few times while we were here. You know, just some light, good-hearted competition. Dean's gonna start looking for a fire at Mall of America. Yeah. You better not create one, Dean. Don't create the event. You can only film it. That would be cheating. We are the lowest of the bunch. Yeah. Hey, Dave, good idea. Go viral. So, Dean, are you back home? Back at your house? All right. Yep, home. Back in old Minnesota. Probably feeling a little cooler than here, doesn't it? That is a little shop. I would go in there, but I'm not a shopping person. We'll say that for Jenna and Rachel and those people who love to shop. Feels very good there. Yeah, I bet it does. It's hot and humid again here today. Like it's been. Let's see. Hey, my subscriber count will plateau as I get hammered with work again. Dean will catch up. Yeah. Yeah. Richard, it was cool. Dean got to meet Adam at the airport. And of course, you can't miss him, right? Look for the Superman shirts. You don't think you'll ever catch him or our Johns now, huh? Okay, so this is a path that goes down to what's called the Roaring Fork, which is just a counter surface here. Richard is 5 away from 400. Well, let's see if we can. If we get Nick on it, he can always push you over the top. Yeah, our Johns is taking the lead, huh? Well, Richard is legend, so not too surprising. I'm gonna do a little walk around outside again here. This is the outdoor seating area for the Roaring Fork, and I've actually had lunch here one time. Just decided to get out of Magic Kingdom for a bit. It was crowded and all the lunch venues were packed full, so I came over to here and got lunch at the Roaring Fork. You guys would put... Yeah, Richard doesn't put out any content, does he? That's remarkable. Chuck Norris checks under his bed for Arjan. Yeah, for sure. How funny. They had Mickey Mouse on Magical Express this morning. I honestly thought you were a better voice for it. Yeah. That's Dave is legend for that. When are you moving to Orlando? You know, I think me and Dean would both be real hip on doing that. So we'll have to just kind of play that one by ear. My wife doesn't like hot weather and humidity, so it's going to be hard to convince her to do it. So she just lets me take a lot of these little trips. Anyway, this is a nice little pathway down to, I think, kind of a lounge area. Sorry if I missed any comments. I am out in the heavy sun again. And you see here, let's try to go down again. This is kind of where a little outflow of the stream goes. And you can see it right down here too. There. Nice little stream outflow there. Oh, okay. Looks like we got a couple new mods. Cool. Way to go. We were trying to actually mod people with the YouTube app earlier. We couldn't figure out how to do it. So Dean says, well, you have to wait till he gets back home and gets on the normal channel. Okay, so here is what's called Geyser Point Bar and Grill. I don't know anything about it. I think I heard it's good. I think Lou Mangello did a just a review of this. We'll kind of walk down by the boat dock here. So if you come down here, they have a place where you can rent pontoon boats, and you can rent these little, I don't think I'll call them speed boats because they're not very fast, but little boats that you can zip around the lake on. It's actually not that expensive. In fact, I think the pontoon you can rent for an hour for about $60. So for some reason I thought that would be a lot more. Anyway, I'm going to walk back towards the lodge again. Nick said something about coming. I don't know if he meant he was going to try to meet up. And it'd be fun if he's arriving here to catch him as he comes in, but we'll see. I'll go back into the main lobby area. You're gonna film. Oh, does it do that? Yeah, you're right. I think I've heard of that. In fact, yeah, I've seen it before now that you say it. How often does it do it? We'll go up by the overlook and see. So let's see, it's 2:30. I actually have to start thinking about making my way back because I can't get transportation directly to the hotel. I'm going to have to actually get to a park and then back to my other hotel. It does erupt, but I can't remember how often. Maybe every other hour. Okay, I probably won't catch it this time then. So there's that overlook. Okay, drop for a second. Geyser Falls here. And again, I'm in the heavy sun, so let's see, Sooner Girl, I'm impressed with how comfortable you are becoming with, thanks, Sooner Girl. I kind of enjoy it. It's just kind of like walking around talking with friends, so I enjoy it. Let's see, Wilderness Lodge is such a sprawling resort, you'll forget you're in Disney World. That's for sure. In fact, when I was taking the boat over to the Contemporary initially, you know, it just felt like some of the trips we've taken up to up north with the family in the earlier years, renting a cabin and doing some fishing, and kind of felt like just being out on the boat. So every hour on the hour. Okay, well, I won't probably be able to hold the stream that long because I want to make sure I get back in time for my tragical. Again, the overlook over to the pool. Like I say, I don't want to film too much in the pool. Don't want people to feel uncomfortable. Alright, well, I'm back, walking back into the main lobby. Partly for myself to cool down. It's pretty intense in the sun in here. I was going to do a contemporary walk around because I like that resort, but I know there's been a number of them, and Josh has live streamed from there. Spokesman's done a few live streams from there. So, but I don't remember seeing too many from the wilderness. Oh, good, Rob, Fuzz, glad you liked it. I enjoy doing it. It's fun to take friends along for a walk. I knew it'd be a pretty nice rustic area to walk in. Well, that does feel better. Yeah, Dean's done great live streams too. I've been down here just a couple extra times over the past year, and so I've just done more live streams because it was the thing to do. All right, I'm going to walk into the main lobby again here. Little area for kids to sit and watch cartoons. Again, the indoor geyser and the little bridge. And the bubbling water. Let's see. You stayed at this resort. Alpha Traveler says you stayed at the resort 2 years ago for one night. It was great except the price, yeah. I'm not surprised. I think that would be the difficulty we would have would be the price. Alright, David said something here, guys. Been asked by one media company to sign and license an agreement for my Carowinds fire video. Do you think, which would monetize it for me, do you think I should do it? Boy, good question. I don't know. It's always nice to be able to monetize, but I don't know what that means you're signing away. Yeah, you'd have to do a little research on that, Dave. See what others have to say about it. I know, Leanne, for me, my flight leaves at 7:25. I catch the Magical Express at 4:05. So they said on the thing for domestic, it'll be at least 3 hours that the Express will leave before your flight departs. So in my case, it's 3 hours and 25 minutes, probably because they do it on the hour. And Dean, I know you had to leave fairly early, about 3.5 hours too, if I remember, before your flight departed. You were actually leaving from the resort. Dean says, I might have to ask Josh and see if he, or you might have to ask Josh. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, Dave. See if Josh has run into that. Leanne, your flight will be out early at 5:50. Oh, okay, yeah, mine left at 6:10 a.m. when I came down, so I didn't get much sleep the night before because I had to be up and get to the airport and make sure I made it. But you know, usually the day if it's coming down to Florida, no problem for me. I don't mind losing the sleep. It's kind of nice to get down in the morning. Then you got some stuff you can do during the day. All right, I'm going to walk around, and I am going to head down by the bus stop. I don't even know exactly where I'm going to go right now because I need to catch a bus to a place that will then bus me back. Well, I just went to 15% battery. Alright, because I went 15% battery, the comments just kind of blink and go, so who are you flying with? Alright, I'm gonna go down by the bus stop. I may have to end the stream here pretty quick because I forgot to swap my battery out. Let's see. You gotta move quick. Yep, I think that's true. Looks like they're a bunch of luggage. Alright, Rob Fuzz. Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Alright guys, I'm going to walk down here and then I'm going to end the stream. Because my screen is dim now, so I can barely see it.
It's only the left side for right now.
So it, and then when it flashes the message, I have to put my finger against it to see. So sorry about that. All right, now I can't see anything because I'm out in the sun. My battery has gotten quite low now, so this happened when I was doing a Magic Kingdom stream one time. The light got very dim, or the screen got very dim because my battery got very low, so I pretty much ended it at that point. Number 3. Okay, I was just checking out what stops I need to be at. Okay, that's Disney Springs, so that's not what I want. Okay, I'm going to go selfie. I'm going to end the stream, guys. Again, sorry if I'm not catching comments, because yeah, thanks, Rob Fuzz. Appreciate it. Sorry if I missed some. To kind of scroll up and down to see them right now, so I got to remember